a look into the future. There is a lot of amazing technology in the world today. Let's take a look at some technological developments that may push boundaries in the future. We all know about smartphones, but what about smart bandages? These mini devices are equipped with tiny electronic sensors. Through Wi-Fi, the bandage communicates with health professionals and can even release medicine. These bandages will revolutionize healthcare. Motion sensor technology allows users to interact with the virtual world by just moving their hands. Developers predict that soon most users will be interfacing with their devices in a way that is entirely touch-free. Personal computing will never be the same again. The smart home of the future will be a learning ecosystem aware of its inhabitants. Residents' wearable devices will send information such as body temperature to a control computer. The home can then determine when they are cold and react accordingly. These adaptable environments will literally care for their occupants. Using nanotechnology, scientists are building nanobots that manipulate matter at the molecular level. These micro-robots will destroy harmful contaminants in polluted water, turning it into safe drinking water. It seems that environmental problems such as pollution may cease to exist with nanobots. What other technological developments do you expect to see in the future?
In terms of personal computing, I think that wearable technology will become more and more popular. We can already see that smartphone technology is blurring the lines between mobiles and traditional computing needs. I expect this to go even further with smartwatches and other such super compact devices. These devices could do everything for us, and we could type essays and reports onto a screen just by thinking of what we want to write. I expect medicine will become more and more personalized and based on our individual DNA, so each treatment will be unique for each person. I also think that technology will allow us to treat any disease or illness with a simple scan. I would guess that to save the environment, we will have to rely more and more on renewable energy resources. I suspect that we will no longer use any fossil fuels or nuclear energy, and that things like hydroelectric power and wind turbines will become more effective. I think people will have personal assistant robots that will help them with their daily lives. They will manage people's schedules and diaries, go outside and perform chores for people, such as collecting and buying groceries, and help care for children. In travel, I think people will have automated cars that would drive themselves and even be able to fly. This would mean that people would never have to worry about the risk of having accidents on the road again, or ever be concerned about traffic. In home living, smart homes will not just control the temperature of the heating, but they will also handle all our daily tasks, such as waking us in the morning, opening our curtains, preparing our meals, and getting clothes ready for us to wear. In terms of how these things will impact the world, I think they will make life easier and safer, while protecting and safeguarding the environment and the natural world.
This is an interesting quote that highlights a very important point about automation and the development of computing technology compared to human endeavour. While it's certainly true that improved machines can carry out repetitive tasks very quickly and to a highly complex level, they can never be extraordinary or inventive like a person can be. This is because, despite all their sophistication and refinement, machines are ultimately just a tool.
One machine can do the work of 50 ordinary men. No machine can do the work of one extraordinary man. Elbert Hubbard.
If gadgets could measure our emotions. These days, computers and technology are becoming smarter, faster, and more intuitive. Devices and apps can anticipate what we need, sometimes even before we realize it ourselves. So why shouldn't we expect them to understand our feelings too? Newly developed sensors that use infrared technology to track a heartbeat could eventually allow the gaming industry to create games that can detect when a player's pulse is racing with excitement. The possibilities this raises for more immersive, interactive play are mind-boggling. Games could soon adapt in real time to players' physical responses, ramping up the action if they aren't stimulated enough, or tamping it down if it's too scary. Eventually, similar technology is likely to be used for a broader range of applications. Tracking our emotional responses could allow us to tailor our lives to what's happening in our bodies throughout the day. It could allow doctors to monitor their patients in real time and provide more efficient medical treatments. Emotionally intelligent artificial intelligence is clearly on its way. Of course, concerns surrounding ethics and privacy are enormous. There are massive archives of personal data out there. An insurance company, for example, might want to know its customers' moods, so it can raise their fees if they show signs of depression or illness. Once devices really can understand our emotions, the possibilities, good and bad, could have no limit.